physically impossible for you to save the dollar, especially after what's happened over the last 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Right. So and the more people realize this, the faster it's going to happen.
Biggs and Bogs.
All right. Oh, hey guys, and welcome back to your future channel, Biggs and Bogs. I'm Marty Boggs.
And I'm Julian Biggs.
And we got Spencer on sound and screens. Thanks for joining us today, folks. We got a bang episode for you today. So make sure you stick around and smash that like button. And let's get right into it. What are we up to today and how can we plan for tomorrow? Julian.
Thanks, Marty. We are happy to be back in the studio. It's been a while. It's been the summer. We've been enjoying some time with our families in the sunshine. Life is good. But we're going to go over what's been happening in the markets the last couple of months. It's really not much, but we'll start with a bit of a market scope here first.
Markets go.
Let's go. So looking at the daily right now, I am going to zoom out a bit here. Let's go over to the weekly, actually. I wanted to look at the weekly so we can get a broader scope, wide vision of what is going on in the last low that we saw here, which was way back in 2020, and where we are now. So we're right on the smooth moving average, the 200 period smooth moving average. So this is evaluated the last 200 weeks. And we're looking at us fighting the SMA now. So we haven't been below it since the beginning of Bitcoin. And right now we're fighting it as a little bit of resistance here and we want to get above it. So we got this line that goes back to the low in 2020. And then we'll zoom here to the daily to see what is going on. So we're on that line that goes back to 2020.
Looks like a good buying opportunity.
Yeah, it looks like a good buying opportunity. I don't know that we're going to get too much lower than that. We possibly could see another retest of this line here to get moving in the right direction, which would be right on the 20 period EMA for the daily here. So, things are looking okay. We're dollar cost averaging, and we're going to continue to dollar cost average because it's been in this area for some time. So it's a good place to collect some Bitcoin. And if it goes a little lower, I'm going to buy some freaking more.
Yeah, and potentially Ethereum with the Ethereum upgrade that's coming next week. Not really sure what that's going to do to the price. A lot of people think that it might not even work. So there could be there could be a crash. There could be, I think, what we've seen over the last couple of days here is potentially a buy the rumor, sell the news type event, or at least the beginning of it anyways. So, I mean, again, I personally don't think this, pump or whatever is going to be, so to speak, a market reversal or a trend reversal.
Right.
I do believe because that is still just a lower high in this downtrend that we are in, right? So we need to get up quite a bit higher, so around 25 before we're going to maybe think about, closing some shorts and opening some longs.
Yeah, and we are in he says we are in a downtrend because things are going down. But if we go back to my screen here just for a second, and this is the monthly chart. So each one of these candles represents a month. And as you can see, there is really no such thing as a downtrend with Bitcoin.
No.
And it's only going to go up in value. And
why is that, Julian?
Metcalfe's law, Marty.
I'll tell you why.
Metcalfe's law is why. There's no
because
that's
it's
the perfect
valued.
Explanation.
Yes, that is true, but also because it's valued against the US dollar, which if you look on a chart and zoom out, it is going the opposite way. It is going down. It started obviously zero, but then bing, and now we're kind of seeing this with the US dollar.
Yeah.
And so we're in a period right now where they're inflating interest rates, trying to help fight inflation and strengthen the dollar by the interest rates makes people want to put their money into it because it makes it strong. So it doesn't actually make it strong. It makes the incentive for people to put their money in there, which will get strong to help it get strong. But if there's something like Bitcoin that's like still holding on, like you just said, and there's these people that have been using the US dollar to manage their wealth, and they're going to start looking at this and being like, on the chart, we can see less and less people are putting their money in the US dollar to maintain their wealth. And more people are putting their money in Bitcoin to maintain their wealth.
Absolutely.
So that's why it's going to continue to go up.
With interest rates gone up and money printing gone down, that's why we're seeing the influx of assets into the US dollar and the reason it's come back a little bit too, right? So, is it recession? Is it just a deflationary period? That's kind of what I see because
they had to slow things down because it was there was too much funny money and obviously it's not a problem that they can't fix.
The stock market
this is just an
cycles
attempt.
like this too, right? So
if
we go to the
there's no way that they're actually going to fix this problem. The US dollar will eventually go to zero. It's it's going to happen.
Yeah. So it's like, here's the
That's why we have Bitcoin.
Here's the S&P 500. So here's the last low from the 2008-2009 recession here. Right. So it's it's market reset time. And
Exactly.
did we see that low here? Oh, man.
Well, there's a good chance. Look at that like that uptrend though, because of all the money printing and all the money that went into stocks. Like, look how far away from those moving averages we are. There's
crazy.
Lots of room to come down.
Yeah, that's
lots of room
crazy.
still to come down. I mean, I'm personally, I do have a long position open right now, and it's in profits. But I also have a short position open.
Have we seen the real crash yet?
Well, no, I personally don't think so. And then because I was looking at the DXY, the dollar index, strength index, the other day, and there is a massive bearish divergence forming on large time frames, which basically indicates that the move that it's making right now is weak, and there's a good chance that it's going to get crushed.
Well, and here's the DXY at the top, right? So, I mean, it does not have much further to go, or we're talking about 20-year all-time highs, and I can't see that for the dollar, right?
No, it's going to be making a higher low in its overall downtrend, which we are pretty close to seeing, I think, personally. But they, like I said, they are trying their hardest, but with raising the interest rates to make the dollar as strong as they possibly can. So they're going to push it. They're going to push it as hard as they can.
Down.
But it's not going to last. It's simply the numbers don't line up. It's physically impossible for you to save the dollar, especially after what's happened over the last 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Right. So and the more people realize this, the faster it's going to happen. So it's pretty crazy because I think like we've talked about on the show before, the panic sell everybody always talks about, but we will see the panic buy, and it's going to be something that's going to literally change finance world as everybody knows it.
Invest in something that's changing the world and changing people's lives, right?
Exactly.
And that's
right. And we have seen like the total market cap for crypto is nowhere near some of these other like real estate market caps and stuff like that. So it's like when people realize that the real estate market is now unsustainable because we are now running out of supplies to build houses pretty much because we overproduce so much bullshit.
And people can't afford to buy them.
Exactly.
Because the 400% increase in housing didn't happen to people's wages.
So that's tapped. Pretty much, and if you know anything about what's going on in China right now, they have 1,300 or more like 60 to 80 story complex buildings unfinished and they won't be able to finish them. They can't. They've borrowed money, and it just doesn't. They've run out of money, and they've also run out of supplies. There's a lot of shit going on in the world right now, and honestly, Bitcoin is about the best looking thing there is to be putting your money into. So I mean, that's I stopped putting money in the bank and savings a little while ago, and I've just been DCAing into Bitcoin, and all those savings plans and stuff that I've had set up for my whole life have basically all gone to crypto. And because I own a house and I have my diversified assets, I'm looking at buying another house too, just because it's good to have multiple. It's a good investment regardless. And
he's greedy. Let's face it. He's greedy.
No, I want to make a bigger studio. Okay. Anyways, you can spend your money on drugs and alcohol, or you can spend your money on things that maintain your wealth. It's up to you.
Sacrifice a few years of partying for
you don't even have to. You can still go party. I was partying last night.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. I actually drank a lot last night.
Does not like to party.
False. I definitely love to party, but I just don't spend a lot of money on stupid things. It's just all about spending your money and putting your money in places that it's going to work for you, right? Because I'm sick of working for money.
Here's the old cup and handle that happened on the monthly chart to bring us to that all-time high in 2021. So we topped out in the oversold of the RSI, overbought territory of the RSI, and here we are kind of making the trip to the bottom. But this RSI, we'll just point out the fact that this RSI has actually never been in the oversold territory. So
that's the red line there. So we still got a ways to go. If it was to hit it, but we're
I think
the
we're
previous
just
all-time high is our new support, right? So
yeah,
we're definitely we're very near
below.
the bottom. I don't think like if we get another move down, it's not going to go past 17. I don't think. I personally think we may have seen the bottom, and we're just gonna sort of hang around here.
Like this is
for a little while.
The monthly, right? It's just hovering.
It's a bit of a bear flag, and the price target on that is $14,000 if it breaks down from here. But
on the monthly, did you look at that?
Yeah, but I don't think that we're gonna break down from here because it's like, well, there's so many reasons. Like everything we just talked about.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
there's always been a good reason to sell and move your
Yeah.
money out of assets. That's literally the narrative.
There's no incentive
of get
for-
you poor, get me rich.
Yeah, but if
I tell you to sell your stocks because I'm going to buy them.
Anybody that was holding Bitcoin at 79 or 70K is not selling their Bitcoin right now.
Well, I hope not. Definitely
right?
do not sell your Bitcoin.
Yeah,
If you are
so-
not in profits on Bitcoin, then just hold. Never fucking sell.
Well, I'm talking about all the long-term holders too who
Yeah.
would have bought in that time. Right?
I'm still in profit on a Bitcoin because I bought it at $2,500. It's time in the market, right? So just if you are getting a little bit frustrated about maybe your position, then just settle down and wait, or continue to buy down and lower your average entry price, which is the best thing.
yeah.
Which everybody should be doing.
That's what
anyways.
I'm doing because I was still
That's
buying
dollar cost averaging,
at
right?
high prices, right?
You make exactly right. Well, I bought high prices too. I probably bought at 60,000
DCA.
Exactly right.
I treat it like an
Bitcoin.
I treat it like an RSP, and generally, maybe buy bi-weekly if that's what you're doing for your RSP or whatever it is, and put a little bit of that to the Bitcoin fund instead.
This is the future of finance.
Yeah, and then when we go into the bull
Your
runs,
opinion doesn't matter. What happens is gonna happen. You got to remember that. My opinion doesn't matter.
Hey, Jim Carrey, none of us matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What's gonna happen is gonna happen, and you can choose to either fucking hitch a ride or get left behind.
Exactly, and I'd rather hold on to that than the U.S. dollar myself.
Yes.
So, anyway,
yes.
it's been great to see you, guys.
U.S. dollar.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're just back. We're back in the studio. We're gonna get back at this again once a week. So yeah, hang in there. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
This host on.
Figs and Bogs.
Dude.